Hello and welcome back to Why Wise Wednesday. I'm your host, Emily Suker, and I cannot wait to introduce you guys to Madilyn Greene with an E, one of our very own Wise ambassadors. Let's get chatting. All right, we're so excited to introduce Madilyn. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I am a sophomore in culinary food science. I'm also an ambassador for WISE this current semester and also next. And a fun fact about me is that I have the same skin condition as Michael Jackson.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay, so then just to start, describe your role as an ambassador in your own words.
That one's kind of hard because we have so many hats, it feels. But mainly as an ambassador, I plan the monthly connects. Me and currently five other ambassadors. We plan the monthly connects, we plan the menus, all of the activities, all of the professional development that go with connects, as well as we lead prospective student visits and also do all of the Experience Iowa State tabling.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I kind of always wondered what the ambassadors do.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys are always doing all the
bunch of random things.
Yes. So that's it's a fun job though. You get to do all the things and kind of meet a lot of people, which is kind of fun. So then tell me like one thing you've done during your time as an ambassador, because you've done so many things.
Yeah.
Why don't you just focus on one thing that you want to tell us about?
My favorite thing that I get to do as an ambassador is the prospective student visits, because I kind of get to sell Iowa State, but also be real, because there's so many people like leading those prospective student visits who want to get those numbers up. I also want to get those numbers up and have people at Iowa State, but also I want to make sure that everybody finds a good fit for them. Mm-hmm. Specifically, I love talking to the parents, because a lot of parents are like, oh, my kid is going to college and it's really difficult. It's a big transition for both the student and the parent. So being able to soothe some of those worries and kind of sell why WISE is why WISE is a good fit for a lot of students, and how we can build connections for people on campus.
That's really cool. It's great that you can be that voice for incoming students or people who are prospective, because they want to see someone that's like actually involved, actually doing things, and then getting to hear about something that you obviously care about.
Absolutely.
I think for me, like if I was coming here, I'd want that, to be able to hear that in commoners. And I know like when I was a senior, my parents also, we came here and we talked to like my advisor, and once they did that, they were like, wait,
I feel so much better. Yeah.
So that's awesome that you're able to do that and really help those students.
I think it's so much more powerful too that it's a student-led prospective student visit.
Mm-hmm.
Like us as ambassadors and also as Iowa State students have a lot more valuable and practical information than just talking to another advisor, which, not that they don't have their own sets of skills, but it's a different perspective of the university than the more professional side, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I agree. The students are like in it.
Yeah.
So they know what they're about to sign up for.
Absolutely.
All right. So then how did you get involved with WISE specifically, or just this position in general?
Yeah. So last year I lived on Tiffany floor in Joffrey, which is the WISE floor there. So I was kind of involved in WISE from the get-go. Kind of backing it up a little bit from there even, I did a prospective student visit here at Iowa State, visited the WISE office, also got to shadow somebody named Jelaine who was in my major at the time. So it was a really good way to get involved literally right off the bat before I was even in college. I made some of my best friends on our WISE floor. Some of the other ambassadors lived on the same floor, literally my roommates. But I got this position and I got involved more in WISE by reading The Hoop. Shameless plug. I applied through The Hoop because I wanted to get more involved in WISE, especially because now I live off campus. I'm not on the WISE floor, having that same sense of community building. So it's been a really good way to kind of still be heavily involved in WISE, but just in a slightly different way.
That's really cool. Shout out to The Hoop. Go check it. Read it every week.
Yes.
I got my YY's feature in there.
I loved
it. So there's lots of fun and cool things. Lots of events going on. Lots of information. Job openings. If you want to work for WISE, it's so much fun. So apply. Yeah, that's
shameless
cool.
plug.
So we actually do like our jobs.
Yes, I do.
Love our jobs. Oh wait, this kind of going along with that. What's your favorite part of being an ambassador?
My favorite part of being an ambassador is being somebody that other people recognize on campus, being that friendly face. Because I run monthly events, I see a lot more students than somebody who, say, runs a smaller community group. There's just a larger amount of people who come to our monthly connects. And so I can always see students like, oh my gosh, she's the lady that I saw at the connect. And if you have been at a connect that I've been at, you know that I'm talking to everybody. Like every single person in that room gets spoken to by me at least one time. So it's just a good way, I think, to build a network on campus. And if somebody looks like maybe they're a little down in the dumps or something, find a way to connect with them and continue that not only on the clock, but also just as a person on campus.
Yeah, well, that's like a great trait to have as an ambassador.
Yeah, literally.
Connecting with people,
absolutely.
Getting people hyped, that's so much fun. All right, and then what's one thing you wish people knew about being in WISE that maybe they might not know?
Yeah, I wish that more students knew that if you are in a STEM major, you're automatically a WISE student, whether you choose to participate in our programming or not. Obviously, I'm heavily biased towards participating in our programming, but a lot of people that I know like don't realize that their major is considered a STEM major. Like mine specifically, culinary food science. Yes, it's a STEM field, but it's not as in it as some of the other STEM fields may be. So it's important to me that more people know that you can be active in the WISE community. Also, even if you're not in STEM whatsoever, like we love to have people join in our activities. So I wish more people knew that, but also I wish that more people knew about such a large community that we've built. Like every single time I walk into the WISE office, there's a new face or there's a new topic being talked about very dramatically sometimes. We're a bunch of opinionated ladies up in the WISE office. So there's some really good conversation there, and it's just a good way to kind of take yourself out of your studies just a little bit in a healthy way, to be able to balance yourself on campus.
Yeah, that is true. WISE is a great place to do that. I mean, and you're not only like getting out and like socializing, but also talking with people that are doing similar things than you. So like it kind of is studying because like you can talk about your classes and like get to know each other and hear what everyone else is doing. I think that's like one of the coolest parts of WISE is just everyone's doing so many different things, and it's so cool to hear everybody's journeys and paths.
Academic socializing, if you will.
If you will. It's fun, especially for me who's not in that world at all. I love hearing about you guys. I'm like, wow, you're so cool.
There's so many different, like, I feel that about every single other ambassador is in engineering, except for me. So I pull up, trust, I'll represent us non-engineers. Not that engineers aren't cool, but we got a little representation. So yeah, people will be talking to me about all of their engineering things or classes, and I'm like, I got cookies due on Tuesday.
That's so fun though. You really get to learn a lot of things.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. So then, last question: what is your why behind WISE?
That's kind of difficult. I feel like I kind of encapsulated this in a lot of my answers, but really it is just community building. A lot of us are in male-dominated fields or fields that are kind of, even if it's a 50-50 split, you might not see so many familiar faces in some of your classes because it's so niche. So just building that network of people on campus is really important, and WISE is like the catalyst for me to do that on campus.
Yeah, it is a really good space of just a lot of uplifting women where you're getting empowered to go out and do things in the world, and finding those familiar faces is always great.
Absolutely.
That was a great answer.
Yes,
all right, you did it.
Yay!
We're done. High five. Boom.
Love it.